for gaining wisdom and instruction, for understanding words of insight, for receiving instruction in prudent behavior, doing what is right and just and fair, for giving prudence to those who are simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. Let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance, for understanding proverbs and parables, the sayings and riddle of the wise. So, if you're going to capture 2 to 6 in the modern way, if I was just going to modern talk to you, not how, here's how I would put it. If anybody wants to be wise and eager to learn, and if you want to understand good insights or receive instructions in how to wisely engage in business, or you want to learn how to be righteous or just, or how to be reasonable, if you are simple and want to be disciplined in the areas of reason, if you're young and you want to gain knowledge and become more discerning, or if you're already wise and want to increase in learning, and if you already understand much, but you want to attain more guidance, if you desire to understand a proverb or a clever saying or follow when a wise person gives you a riddle, then listen carefully to what I say next. That's basically what Solomon is saying here. So verses 2 to 6 are just a setup for verse 7. I think that when we look at this, it would make us want to scream to ourselves. After reading all of this, you're like, yeah, sign me up. I want more. I want this. I want wise. And let the wise man listen and add to the learning. And then you say, but who wouldn't, right? Who would not want more wisdom? Who would not want to have more wisdom than we already have? You see, this introduction is somehow like Solomon, and he's standing outside a house. He's standing outside a house, and his house is furnished. He's got, because you know it's Solomon, right? So he's got some gold in there. He's got some pearls in there. What else could he have? He may have, I don't know, some all-in-wonders, whatever, like the beautiful things in Solomon's house. So he's standing outside of his house, and he's inviting everybody to come by. He's like, hey, you right there. You want some wisdom? Well, why don't you come and look around? Come in my house and look around. You, young man, you want to be mature and understanding on how to live a good life? Come in my house. Come. You there, ma'am. Would you like to increase in your righteousness? Come on in, look around. You're simple, but you want to be more complex in your thinking. We have room, come on in, take a look. So this is basically what is happening here, is setting it up. See, this is basic, what is happening here. But it's got to be even more stronger than a simple call to wisdom. He's simply calling us. It says something, if you want to be wise and understanding, if you want to handle what the world throws at you, it's essential you understand this first truth that I will share with you. In other words, if you want what verses 2 to 6 have, the foundation of all of this, you have to understand verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. The fear of the Lord is a common phrase throughout the book of Proverbs. And there's literally an identical verse found in chapter 9, verse 10, which I actually want to look at. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. So here we have the word knowledge, and it's interchangeable with worship. So you're going to see that a lot, knowledge and worship. So the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge or wisdom. And fools despise wisdom and instruction. You see, the beginning is just not the starting point, but it's also the chief point. This is why it comes so early. It says, hey, I wrote this, here's how I wrote it too, and then here's the foundation, fear of the Lord. You see, without this key piece, everything else we're going to look at, all the other knowledge in the book of Proverbs is in vain and basically useless I'll tell you why. You see, what this verse is saying is calling it at the beginning of knowledge is that without it, nothing else is going to make sense in the same way it will if you have it. It's essential. You see, we have to get this part right, a healthy fear of the Lord, to understand all the knowledge and wisdom from God. Because a lot of these proverbs you'll find in society. You should do this. You should do that. But you'll look at it differently when you have a healthy fear of the Lord.